All right, this will be our 30-minute Pilates core, upper arms, and stretching routine. We'll start off with our footwork as a nice little warm up. Again, you always want to adjust your settings, make sure you're on the right layout. In our our previous video, you can take a look at recommendations for spring settings. But again, we're looking at our leg length on the carriage. So I'm going to get started with 3 red springs. So I'm going to go for some heavy footwork. Lying down on your backside with your heels on the foot bar. You're going to want your knees stacked right on top of your hips. So if your knees are coming in, you're too far, you're too close to the foot bar. If your knees are out further, you're too far. So you just adjust that little bar to help you move the carriage in or out. All right, now from here, we're starting off with the heels on the foot bar. Bring your legs together. And actually, just to add a little bit of a challenge, we're going to grab our block. Place the block right in between your knees and then your feet together, really connecting with those inner thighs. Take a nice big inhale, exhale, straighten out your legs, and then inhale, bring it in. So we'll go block in between the thighs, feet together, and then heels on the foot bar. Nice. We'll go for 3 more just like that. Ooh, this is heavy. And we'll go for 2 more. And then 1 more. And then we're going to go ahead and take your feet about hip distance apart. Still keep the block where it is. Really trying to engage those inner thighs. Heels are still on the foot bar. Nice big inhale. And then exhale, press back. And then inhale, bring it in. So try to keep your feet still in space here. So that way your toes are stacked right on top of your feet or your heels. And we're not allowing the feet to move side to side or forwards and backwards. Having the block here again is just reminding our inner thighs that they're here to work. So think about lifting up through your pelvic floor muscles, pull your abs in nice and tight. And then of course we're breathing. Nice exhale to push back. And then inhale to bring it in. 2 more. And then 1 more. And then bring it in. Bring your feet down so that way the balls of your feet are on the foot bar. We'll take a nice big inhale. Feet are still parallel. Exhale, push the carriage away. And then inhale, bring it back in. So we've got a little bit of a lift in your heels, but it's not the highest you can lift your heels. So we're looking for a little lift, but not onto our tippy toes. We'll go for 4 here. Think about your knees tracking straight up towards the ceiling. That's why the block is here, to keep the knees from rotating out or rotating in. Last 3. And 2. And let's push it back and hold it there. Lower your heels underneath the foot bar and then lift up. So the heels lower and then we lift. We're going for 4 and 3. Last 2. And then last one. Lift up your heels, bring the carriage all the way in. Blocks going off to the side. We're going to go heels together, toes and knees apart. Make sure your knees aren't just like spraying open. We want to be just about hip distance apart with the knees, so no wider than your foot bar. All right, keep that connection between your heels. Nice big inhale. Exhale, straighten out your legs, zip your legs close, and then inhale, bend your knees. Make sure the knees don't flop open. Exhale, we press the carriage away, and then inhale, bring it in. So really focus on your breath here. Nice big inhales as you bring the carriage in all the way to the stopper. And then exhale, we push back. Use your abs to press the carriage back. We should be warming up our quads and then using our hamstrings as brakes so that way we don't smash into the stopper, but we bring it in with control. Glutes are also working here, especially in this lateral rotation. So feel for those outer hips, working to help you extend your hips and bring it in for 3 and 2. And then last one. Let's bring it in halfway, little pulses here. Think about pushing away from the foot bar, little tiny pulses, and say, hello quads, love you so much. Here we go, 3 and 2 and 1, push it all the way back and then bring it all the way in. We're gonna go heels on the foot bar, nice and wide, toes turn out to the sides. Same thing here, the knees aren't collapsing, but we're purposefully holding those legs in that lateral turnout. Nice big inhale, exhale, straighten out your legs, push the carriage away, and then inhale, bring it in. So exhale, we press, and then inhale to pull. Squeeze your glutes as you push back, and then bend your knees and bring it in. So we're just breathing here. Nice big inhales and nice big exhales. We're going to go for 4 more just like that. Again, try to keep your feet still. So as you're pushing the carriage away, it's almost as though your toes are pushing forward, right? They're not, but we're just trying to think about stabilizing through our ankle here. Nice. We'll go for 2. And then last one, push it back, hold it there, bring it in halfway. We're gonna go little pulses in towards the foot bar. So bring it in, push. Little tiny pulses. We're making like a half of an inch or an inch or 2 space. Little pulses, 4, 3, and 2. And then push it all the way back and bring it all the way in. All right, we're gonna take off some spring tension and do some single leg footwork. So I'm going to take off 2 reds. So I'm on 1 red and I'm going to add a blue. Now, if a red and a blue is too heavy, you go 1 red. If a red and a blue is not heavy enough, you'll go 2 reds. So lying down on your backside, looks like Benji wants to come help out. We're going to take your right foot on the foot bar. So the ball of your right foot's on the foot bar and your left knee's coming into what's known as tabletop. So your knees stacked right on top of your hips, and then think about your right knee tracking straight up towards the sky. Arms come down, really stabilize through your core, abs pull in nice and tight. We don't want our hips rocking no matter what we do, okay? Take a nice big inhale, exhale, just straighten out your right leg. Left leg can just hang out right there. And then inhale, bend your right knee, bring it back in. So exhale, we push back with your right leg. And then inhale, bring it back in. So you may notice that your hips want to wiggle a little bit, right? Because one leg's doing one thing, the other leg's doing something else. So that means our core muscles, our pelvic floor muscles, and our glutes are all going to have to work to stabilize our hips while we're doing this single leg work. We're going to add on here. So as you bend your right knee, stretch your left leg out over the foot bar. And then as you straighten out your right leg, bend your left knee. So your left knee stacks right on top of your left hip. So it's an inhale to stretch the left leg and then an exhale to bend the left leg. Whatever one leg's doing, the opposite leg is doing the opposite thing. So this is a little bit of a brain workout just as much as a body workout, right? Right leg's still pushing that tension. We'll go for 3. Exhale, push, and then inhale, pull. And we'll go for 2. And then last one, straighten out your right leg. Stretch your left leg straight up to the sky. Keep your right leg straight and just tap the foot bar with your left leg. We're going to do 3 more. Tap and lift. Keep your right heel lifted. 2 more. And then 1 more. Bend your left knee, bend your right knee, and let's switch sides. So left foot takes a hold of the foot bar, the ball of your left foot on the foot bar, right knee's in tabletop. We're just going to keep the right leg still for starters. Big inhale to get ready. And then exhale, straighten out your left leg. And then inhale, bring it back in. So as we're warming up the left side, keep checking in with your left knee. It might try to spray out over to the side, but your goal is to keep it tracking straight up towards the sky. Feel your left glutes working to help you extend the carriage back. And we're adding on. Right leg stretches over the foot bar, and then we bend the right knee as you bring the carriage back. Our hips are staying nice and even though our legs are doing different things. Nice exhale to push, and then inhale to pull. We've got about 3 more here. Make sure you're bringing the carriage all the way into the stopper. And we'll go for 2 more. Last one, press back and hold it right there. Stretch your right leg up, tap the foot bar, and then lift. Keep your left heel up and keep your hips even. 2 more. And then 1 more. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee, and let's switch sides. Right heel's going on the foot bar, and then your left leg gets to stretch out, just hovering over the foot bar, okay? We're starting with a dual movement already. So as you straighten out your right leg, lift your left leg up towards the sky. And then as you lower your left leg down, your right knee bends. Left leg does not touch the foot bar, it just hovers above. Having our legs straight makes it even harder to keep our hips stable. So really use your core, really use your breath, keep your hips nice and even. Counting that is 4 out of 8. So let's go for 4 more. How are we doing keeping the right knee tracking straight up towards the sky and not allowing our right foot to wiggle? Who mine wants to? Here we go, 2 more. And then 1 more, let's hold it right there. Point your left toes, drawing some small circles with your left leg. 3 and 2. And then 1 other way with your left leg. Here we go, 3 and 2. And then 1, flex your left foot, bend your right knee, and then let's switch sides. Left heel comes on the foot bar, right leg stretches out nice and long. We'll flex both feet. Take a big inhale to get ready. Exhale, straighten out your left leg, lift up your right. And then inhale, we bend and lower. Exhale, we push back, left knee stays tracking straight up towards the sky, and then inhale, bring it in. So we're breathing here, keep your hips nice and even, push through your left glute, and then bring it back in. Keep your hips nice and even, and then keep moving through your right leg, nice and fluid. We've got 3 more to get to 8. Coming all the way into the stopper, but not touching the foot bar with our right leg. Last one, let's push back, hold it there, point your right toes, and draw some small circles. We'll go 3, 2, and then circles the other way. Nice circles, 3, 2, and then 1, hold it steady, flex your right foot, bend your left knee, and then set your right foot on the foot bar. Let's take your feet just a little bit wider than hip distance and just allow your knees to rock side to side. So nice warm up for the hips. We're going to go in for some upper body work next. I'm going to stay on 1 blue since we're going for some upper body strength. You could always switch to 1 red if you wanted a little bit lighter, or 2 reds if you wanted a little heavier. For this part, we're going to need our straps. Since we're doing some arm work, we're going to use our small straps. So grabbing a hold, just lie on back. Alrighty, so from here, take your arms straight up towards the sky. We've got our shoulders pressing up against our shoulder blocks, and then we've got our feet in tabletop. We're actually going to take our feet, or we've got our feet on the foot bar. We're actually going to take our feet into tabletop. Now, if that ends up being too much for you, you could always keep your feet on the foot bar, okay? We're gonna do some straight arm pull down. So this is gonna warm up our lats and our upper arms. So really try to keep a nice straight arm and a nice straight wrist. So we're not bending through our wrists just to create movement. If we are, maybe this tension's a little too heavy. Let's lighten it up. So big inhale to get ready. Exhale, just bring your arms down by your sides. And then inhale, reach your arms back up to the sky. So exhale, your arms pull down. And then inhale, your arms float right back up. So that's all we're doing, just pulling our arms down and then stretching them back up. But as we're doing this, we may notice that our ribs want to puff up away from the carriage. That's a no-no. Pull your abs in, keep your ribs connected to the carriage. Think about those inner thighs. You almost want to pretend like the blocks in between your thighs, activating your inner thighs and keeping your hip bones nice and even. We're going to go for 2 more just like that. So exhale, pull your arms down. And then inhale, release, so that way your wrists come right on top of your shoulders, and then pull down and just hold it right there. So keeping your arms right by your side, all you're going to do is bend your elbows. And then exhale, straighten out your elbows. So inhale, we bend. You can flex your fingers around the band, or they can be straight, but we're just making sure that our wrist is not breaking. So nice straight wrist, elbows are pointing down towards the floor, and we're just warming up our triceps. If you want a little bit more, as you straighten out your elbows, stretch one leg out long, and then bend your elbows and stretch the opposite leg long. Right? So a little bit of core work as we're warming up our arms. We're going to go for 2 more on each side. So stretch it out and bring it in, and then stretch. And then 1 more each side. Stretch and bring it in, and then stretch and bring it in. Reach your arms up and release. Set your feet down. Whew. All right. We're going to go on to 1 red. So I'm taking off a blue spring. If you were already on one red, you could go to one blue instead. We're just gonna warm up our shoulders a little bit more. So taking your arms out nice and wide by your sides, feet come up to tabletop, big inhale, exhale, pat your hips, pull down, and then inhale, open your arms back out wide to the sides. So exhale, the arms pull down, pat your hips, and then inhale, open back out to the sides. Now, as you're opening your arms up, you want to make sure that you can still see your fingers in your peripheral view. So we're not going up higher than the shoulders. We want to have a nice view so that we were keeping our shoulder in alignment. Let's go for 4 more here. Exhale, pull your arms down, pat your hips, and then inhale, release your arms back out. And we'll go for 3 more. You're like a little bird, just flapping your wings. 2 more. And then last one, bring your arms down, turn your palms down to face the floor. And we're gonna go back for those triceps. Inhale, bend your elbows, and then exhale, straighten it out. Oh yeah, love you, back of the arms. Exhale, push, and then inhale, pull. If we want a little bit more, we can do those alternating legs again, or we can try both legs stretching out long and then both legs bending in. So it's an exhale to press it all straight, and then inhale to bend it all in. You've got 4, whichever version you're choosing, either alternating legs or double legs or no legs. Last 2. And then last one. And then bend your elbows, bend your knees, set your feet down. Let's set the straps off to the side. We're gonna work our way all the way up. All right, so we finished up nap time. Now we're ready to get to work, okay? We're gonna grab our box next. All righty, so I'm gonna stay on one red. Again, you can play around based on what your body's telling you and if it's feeling too easy or too challenging. All righty, so grabbing a hold of our straps. I'm going in the small straps once again. Arms are down by your side. We really want to make sure that we're not slouching as we sit here. So we're up nice and tall. Your abs pull in tight. Think about reaching the crown of your head up towards the sky. Palms face back behind you. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, just press your arms back behind. Inhale to release your arms back forward. And then exhale, push your arms back. Inhale to release. And then exhale, we push back. So every time you pull your arms back, you want to think about pulling your abs in a little bit tighter, sitting up a little bit taller, so that way you're really maintaining your good posture throughout the whole entire range of motion, right? And as our arms go back, that's the hard part. So we really want to call on our abs to help us stay in control here. We've got 3 more. Press your arms back and then bring it in. 2 more. Last one, push your arms back and just hold it there. We're gonna go little pulses with your arms, but I do need you to sit up a little taller. Pull the ribs and hips towards each other and then reach the crown of your head up. We're going for 4 and 3 and 2 and then 1. Release your arms all the way forward. All right, we're gonna make an X shape with your straps and then we're gonna hold on to the rope. We're gonna go for some wide grip rows. So sitting up nice and tall, palms are facing down towards the floor. Nice big inhale to get ready. Exhale, pull your elbows back. Elbows go out wide to the side so you can still see them in your peripheral vision. And then inhale, release your arms back out. So exhale, the abs pull in as we pull our arms back and then inhale to release. So depending on your upper body strength and your core strength will determine how much tension you've got on here, right? So if your torso is swaying forwards and backwards, that means maybe we want to go a little bit lighter with our resistance. That way we can really focus on engaging our core. And then we can add in more tension once our abs know what they're doing. We'll go for 4 more here. Exhale, pull your arms back. And then inhale to release. And we'll go for 3 more. Elbows pull. And then inhale to release. And then 2 more. Pull back. And then release. Last one, pull back and just hold it there. Are you still sitting up tall? Here we go. Little pulses. Try to pull your elbows back. Think about your shoulder blades pulling together. And we're pulling back for 4. Chin's not dropping. We're looking straight ahead. 3. And 2. And then 1. Release your arms all the way out. All right. Arms should be getting a little bit warm. Am I right? All right. We're going to go palms into the small straps again. We're gonna lean back just a little bit. Again, we're not slouching as we lean back, but we're almost reaching our chest forward even though we're leaning back. Palms are gonna come up to face the sky and wrists are lined up with our elbows. We're going for some bicep curls. Exhale to bend your elbows and then inhale to release your elbows back up. Exhale, bend your elbows, and then inhale to release. You may have noticed I tried to dip my chin down, but that's just gonna put tension on my neck. So I'm gazing out forward, out past the anchors of the straps, trying to keep my head in alignment with my spine. Same thing here as you bend your elbows. Exhale, bring your abs in, and then inhale to release. Try to keep your elbows pointing straight down towards the floor. We're going for 3 more. Bring it in. And then 2 more. And then 1 more. And then release your arms down. Oh, all right. We're gonna let one strap go and we're gonna turn to our right. So right hands and that strap are gonna turn. All right, I'm gonna take my left hand in the strap. I'm gonna start with the big spring just because, or the big strap, just because that'll give me a little bit less resistance and I wanna see how my body likes this move. Right hand's gonna just rest on the box. We're gonna do a shoulder press with the left arm and a little side bend. Here we go. Nice big inhale. Exhale, reach your left arm up, side bend over to the right, and then inhale, restack your spine. Exhale, we reach up and over, and then inhale, we restack. Couple more like that. Exhale to reach, and then inhale up. So it's obliques bending at the hip, at the waist, and then the left shoulder pushing us up. Last 2. Exhale, reach, and bring it back down. And then 1 more reach, and bring it down. Both hands are gonna grab a hold of the small strap. We're turning over to face your left side, and then we're gonna exhale, rotate over to face your right. Inhale, we untwist back to the left, and then exhale, we rotate over to the right. All right, so think about trying to squeeze out a wet towel. So it's almost as though we're trying to get every drop of water out of that towel as we rotate over. But our hips are staying nice and steady, nice and still. This would be a good one to have the block to make sure your legs aren't flying all over the place. Exhale, rotate, and then inhale, bring it in. Last 3, sit up tall, rotate, your ribs lead the way, your arms are just along for the ride. And then 2 more. And then 1 more. And we'll come back to center. Set the strap down. We're gonna turn to face your foot bar next, okay? We'll do the other side soon, don't you worry. All right, so we're gonna lie face down on your box, okay? Your hands are gonna be on the foot bar, and then you're gonna want your chest off the edge of the box, okay? So we're going right underneath the bust line. How that's gonna look, I'm gonna work my way down onto the box. I'm gonna start to kind of push the carriage out a little bit, give myself some room here to get my chest off the edge. Now from here, we'll just push the carriage all the way back. I'm still on this one red spring. Now notice how my legs aren't hanging heavy here. You want a little engagement from your glutes and your quads. We're gonna go in for a shoulder press, okay? So one hand on either side of the edge of the carriage. Inhale, bend your elbows, bring it in just before your head touches, and then exhale, press back out. Our elbows are pointing out to the sides and slightly down, and we're just pressing through the triceps and the shoulders, bring the carriage in, and then press it back out. We're going for 5 more here. Inhale, bring it in, and then exhale, push. And we'll go for 4. And here goes 3. Last 2. And then last 1. Nice. Push the carriage back. This time we're keeping our elbows straight. We're going in for spinal extension. So inhale, bring the carriage in, lift your ribs up away from the box. And then exhale, push the carriage away and bring the arms back out. Now, it doesn't matter how high up we come here. We're just looking to extend through our upper back. So inhale to lengthen, lift up your chest, and then exhale to push back out to a nice flat back. Don't forget about your glutes and your legs. We want active throughout the whole entire body. And we're just working to extend our spine and lift, and then push away. Whew, not easy. 2 more. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, push back. And one more, inhale, lift. And then exhale to push back. Let's bend your elbows. We're gonna bring it all the way in and we're moving over to the other side. All right, so we're going seated, facing the opposite directions. Now our right arm will hold on to the strap. Again, I'm gonna start off with the big strap for this shoulder press because, whoo, that was a little hard on the other side. Taking your left hand on the box, we're of course sitting up nice and tall. We're going for our side bend and our shoulder press. Nice big inhale in here. Exhale, reach up and side bend. And then inhale, restack your spine, come back up nice and tall. So exhale, we reach, side bend, hello obliques. Inhale back up. We've got 4 more. Exhale, we reach. And then inhale, we stack it up. Just as much work to go up as it is to come back to center. Last 2. Exhale, reach. And then inhale back up. And last one. Exhale, reach. And bring it back up. All right, we're taking both hands, holding on to the small strap for our rotation. We start rotated over to the right. Again, legs and hips are staying still. I'm gonna grab the block just to make sure my legs stay still. So I've got the block, placing it right in between my knees. If I drop the block, that means my inner thighs aren't doing their job, okay? Arms are out to the sides, drawing a nice circle. We're rotated over to the right. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, rotate over to the left. Inhale, we untwist, and then exhale, we come back over. So another trick here, right? If we want more or less resistance, the further away from the anchor or where the straps begin, the more resistance we get. So you can always scoot your hips closer to the foot bar if you want more resistance, or closer to the edge of the box like where I am for less resistance. And of course, the big strap could give us a little bit less resistance. We'll go for 3. Still up nice and tall, ribs lead the way. Keep those inner thighs engaged. Last 2. And we've got one more. Rotate, twist all that water out, and then bring it back to center. And that's a wrap on our side. All right, got one more arm move to do, and then we'll do a little bit of leg work. All right, grabbing a hold of our straps, we're gonna turn around to face the other way. You're gonna go into like a straddle position. Take your legs out to the sides. And we're gonna take our elbows by our sides. Now in this position, we are gonna hinge forward a little bit, not collapse forward, but reach our chest earnestly forward. Taking a nice big inhale, exhale, reach your arms out in front, serve the platter, and then inhale, bend your elbows, bring it back in. Exhale, reach your arms forward, and then inhale to release. So think about your connection between your ribs and your hips. You want to make sure that that space is staying the same no matter where your arms are in space. We're going for 3 more. Press forward, work in the chest, work in the fronts of your shoulders. 2 more. And then 1 more. Press forward. Hold it there. Palms turn in to face each other. Inhale, open up your chest. And then exhale, draw a circle with your arms. Inhale, don't let your hands get out of your peripheral view, and then bring it back in. I'm sitting up a little taller here to get a little bit more control. It's a little bit less ab challenge because this is kind of hard. Here we go, 4 more, reach, and then bring it in. And 3 more, reach, and bring it in. And last 2, reach, and open. And then last one, bring it in. And then bend your elbows all the way in. Okay, how are your arms feeling? That good. All right, last thing we'll do will be a little bit of tricep work. So we're hinging forward here. You're gonna draw a little triangle shape with your arms. So arms reach up overhead. Pointer finger and thumbs are towards each other. On your inhale, just bend your elbows. And then exhale, straighten out your elbows. Really important, your shoulders are gonna try to creep up by your ears, meaning that your neck is like creating a lot of tension and trying to pull your arms up when that's not your neck muscles job. So think about stabilizing your shoulders, really making sure they're not getting any closer to your ears as we're doing more reps. Abs got to pull in a lot here too, help you keep the length in your spine. We're going for 3 more here. Think about your elbows pointing out towards the foot bar. And 2 more. And then 1 more, reach. And then circle your arms around, bring it down. And take a little breather. All right, we'll put our straps down. And I think for today, we'll just make this be an upper body workout because, now this will be all upper body. And our next video will be all lower body. So let's roll your shoulders back here. And take your right arm, cross it over your chest. Nice little stretch out for your shoulder. And then switch arms. Left arm comes across. Awesome. And then just again, roll your shoulders back. All right. And that is a wrap for our upper body and core series.